Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Thank you all for stopping by and saying hi, okay? First card that we have here, it says, pissed as a parrot, use your own voice. Pissed as a parrot, use your own voice. Okay, collective? So there could be some energy of someone being angry, maybe upset. Maybe someone's feeling very disturbed. Maybe this could be at work, okay, in some kind of group setting. Maybe you and a group of friends, at home, at work, put it where it resonates for you. Maybe someone has said something to rub you the wrong way. You could have been, or you are biting your tongue regarding responding, not because you are in fear. You are someone who could go from 0 to 100 real quick. And you're very aware of how temperamental you are. You're very aware of your strength. You're very aware of how powerful you are, okay? And you're like, look, I'm not going to have too many conversations, okay? You're like, look, I'm going to do more than check you. You feel very disrespected. Maybe someone said something, I don't know, regarding your children. You don't mess with people's children. That's something, the children are off limits, okay? And so maybe someone's speaking bad about your family, maybe about your children, maybe saying something negative, okay, about your relationship or about you. But either way, I'm picking up someone in a group setting of people, whether these are co-workers, maybe business partners, friends, any kind of group setting. And someone said something to rub you the wrong way, and maybe it peed you off. It got you very upset, okay? This could be have been amongst a group of friends. Maybe you were having drinks, okay? Maybe someone had too much to drink, okay? And start speaking, saying things that they should not have said. And so whatever was said, it's been bothering you. It's been disturbing you to a point where it's been kind of distracting your peace, okay? And so up under pissed as a parrot, it says use your own voice. So Spirit is clearly conveying that you need to speak up and let this person know, if this is someone that you're going to continue to deal with, that they were disrespectful, and that they need to be mindful of how they speak about you or about your family, your child, or whatever this conversation or this topic was about, okay? You felt very disrespected. It was in front of a group of people. Maybe someone tried to slander your character, maybe accuse you of being a bad parent, maybe saying something negative about your child, their future, maybe criticizing or critiquing your parenting skills. But whatever it is, okay, someone probably could have said something about your relationship. Spirit is saying, if you are choosing to be around this person, meaning this is not someone you're going to let go, this is someone you're going to continue to deal with, you have to nip it in the bud, collective, because they're going to continue to disrespect you. And so Spirit is also saying the best way to have this conversation is one-on-one. If you put a clown in front of an audience, they will perform, because that's what clowns do, clown-ish. If you put them in front of an audience, a clown will perform. So Spirit is saying to take this person one-on-one, just you and them, and have that conversation, that you don't appreciate what was said, you feel disrespected, and you would like it to stop, okay? This does not have to lead into an altercation, Spirit is saying, but there does need to be some adultery going on. This person may not be aware. Sometimes, very rarely though, collective, 99.99999% of the time, people may not be aware of the cruel and rude things that they are saying to you, because some people don't know any better. And truly, some people often leave their homes and they go out into the world and they treat people how they are treated in private. This could be someone I'm picking up who is getting abused, verbally abused in their home, in their relationship, with their spouse or the people they are around. This could also be someone with an upbringing of people, verbally and emotionally, abusing them, saying things to them that plant seeds of doubt, saying things to them that makes them feel low. So this person could be someone with low self-esteem, male or female. Okay, this could be a family member, friend. This could be someone that you don't know, that you do know. Maybe you met recently. So this is someone new. The Spirit is saying you have to speak up and let them know if you're going to continue to be around them. If not, Spirit is saying to let it go, let it flow. Okay, because you're not going to have another encounter with this person. But other than that, you have to say something like, look, what you said I don't appreciate. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, okay? Turn your tongue before you speak my name. You better turn it 7 times. Okay? So the first card that we have here is the Four of Cups. And so this situation could have made you introverted. Maybe you've distanced yourself from this group or this friend group, or maybe you show up and you pop up and maybe you're very quiet, maybe to yourself, not wanting to be bothered. Spirit is saying for you not to dim your light. If these are people, especially if they're friends that you socialize with, or even in the workplace, if this is somewhere where you have to be around this person, Spirit is saying do not dim your light. Do not allow anyone to intimidate you. You've done nothing wrong. The only thing you need to do is take this person, to the side, one-on-one, and let them know, look, I don't appreciate what was said, and take it from there. But most likely they're going to give you an apology and say that they didn't know and, all that ish. But people really know what they are doing. But yeah, this may have caused you to like show up and be quiet and not want to be yourself or engage. Okay, you could be a life path number 4 as well. The Spirit is saying, do not dim your light. Hold your head up, and continue to be who you are. I'm picking up that you're someone who's spunky, you're funny, you're fun-loving, you're very handsome or beautiful, whoever you are, very confident. And so this person could have began to disrespect you or slander you verbally just because of who you are, just because of your light. Often when people envy you or they're jealous of you, they will find a way to start trouble with you. They will find a way to create some kind of conflict, even if you're doing nothing to them. This is something that happens on a regular basis, okay? You're busy working on planting seeds that will flourish, and grow into prosperity and abundance for you and your family. But in the meantime, in between time, this person is someone, as I told you earlier, who could have come from an upbringing as a child, or currently in their adulthood, they are being abused verbally by someone. This could be in a relationship. This could be in their family. This could be just how people talk to them. So when they interact with others, they project that pain, that insecurity, and that fear onto others. So this person could also have a habit of maybe having spats. I'm hearing disagreements with people because of what they've done to you. Spirit is saying you're not the only one. This person has a reputation of going around just creating lots of upheaval and conflict because their mouth. It's because of their mouth, Spirit is saying. So continue being yourself. Do not dim your light. You're very hardworking. You're planting seeds that will grow. You're working towards prosperity. You're very spunky. You're very beautiful and handsome. And the energy that you give off irritates this person. It shines a light on their insecurities, on the things they feel inferior about. And so because they're weak and they're low vibrational, they try to create a moment that will embarrass you. But Spirit is saying it didn't embarrass you. This group could be actually looking at this person like, hey, why did you do that? The collective is very nice. They're very cool people. Why did you do that? Meaning, their actions were meant to tear you down, but actually it has them in a bad light. People are looking at them, like they are the bad person, which they are for starting the issue with you, with the 7 of Swords here. People are walking away from them, and seeing their true colors, not wanting to be bothered with them. So they could be isolated as they're walking away. It was once you isolating yourself on purpose because you didn't want to be bothered after what was done. Maybe you felt disrespected and embarrassed, but Spirit is saying in reality, they're really embarrassed because there's some kind of conversation being had about you, collective, or someone has said something to this person, like, why are you doing that? And made them really look at their reflection of who they are. Like, you know what? I'm going to take my negative energy and go somewhere else. Here I am trying to start some issue. They're standing on the collective side. So they are having to face their own image in the mirror and really look at themselves. As I always inform in a lot of the reads, we all are reflections of each other here on the planet Earth as humans and the matriarchs. And so we reflect energy off of each other, and we're supposed to be inspired and encouraged. But in reality, people become jealous and envy, and they want to be you. They want to walk in your shoes. And if they can't, and really it's not that they can't, they're just not willing to do the work to do what makes them happy, because there's no need to want to imitate or duplicate anyone. But this energy here, this person, this mask here, as you see, you can see the neck, this mask is being forced to be removed because people see who they are. And so what they meant for you to tear you down is really making them having to be forced to remove their mask. There are people who is missing your energy, collective. There are people who is missing your energy. There could be people looking for you, okay? Male and female in this friend group. This could be family. This could be friends, co-workers. This could be business partners. There are people looking for you, wondering where you are, and very angry with this person for treating you that way. It's something about your energy. You light up a room. You're very, you're very charismatic. You have a lot of high energy, and people love when you are around, whether they tell you or not. And because this situation happened with this person trying to embarrass you or make you look bad, it's caused you to pull back a little bit, not out of fear, just because you're like, I'm not in the mood to talk. You want to make sure you don't slap a ish. That's all. And so this Four of Cups energy is just you calming down, so you don't reach out and touch someone. Okay. Well, there are people looking for you. They're missing your energy. Okay. They know that you are very wise and very smart with the Nine of Cups. They know that you're very abundant and you're very hardworking. They know this about you. Everyone knows this about you. That you plant seeds, of things that will grow in prosperity. You've always got a smile on your face. You've always got something new to share when you come to the group or when you come to the family gathering, okay? You're that one. And people miss your energy, even if they don't tell you, okay? And so people are, looking for you, wondering where the collective is, okay? But they know that you're somewhere sitting on your throne, moving forward, still being successful, beautiful, handsome, confident, co-creating with the universe, being blessed and highly favored. They know that wherever you are taking care of yourself, because that's what you represent. Okay. And you represent it so well that's why you have this high vibing energy, and people love to be around you. Okay. People can smell success. People can, just like people can smell money and prosperity, they can smell success. It's an energy that you give off, and it feels good to be around you. Okay. And now that your energy is not present, there's something about some kind of gathering that this group has. It's much different now. Even if you were to show up, and maybe you're not talking as much, the energy is different. With this person plan to tear you down, what they did to you, it has shifted the whole atmosphere, and the group is looking at them like, why did you do that? A judgment is being called, and the judgment that's being called is for this person to remove their mask. Okay, it's already up halfway off the face. The neck is showing, so this person is going to have to face their own demons, face their fears, whatever healing they need to do with themselves personally. Spirit is calling for this person to do that and stop projecting onto people. They cannot continue to go around ruining relationships or just projecting this negative energy, in a terrible way. The energy they are giving off is fruitless, and your energy is fruitful. And so that's why they chose to attack you, okay? Mm-hmm. They know that they are wrong. Look at this. The Seven of Swords is your hater. The Four of Cups is you. Look how they're looking back at you, collective. Look how they're looking back. Look how the eyes are looking back like, I really shouldn't have did that. That was some up-ish I done. I really shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I always do that. I had too many drinks. Maybe I shouldn't drink as much. I really shouldn't be a poop starter. I don't know. See, they know that they are wrong, but you need not to allow this to continue, okay? And Spirit is saying if you choose not to deal with this person or this group, that is fine too, okay? Sometimes you have to switch it up, okay? Sometimes you have to switch it up, okay? All right. It's all about equal give and take, reciprocity when it comes to respect. It should not be a one way situation. And when people show you who they are, in the words of great Maya Angelou, simply believe them. And so, Spirit is saying for you to remain on your throne in your authority. Okay. You do not have to become, disheveled, sad, or depressed. But I'm picking up that you may just choose to leave this person and these group of people behind, basically stop dealing with them. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. But Spirit is saying whatever you choose to do is okay. But if you're going to deal with them, let them know. Let them know that what they done was foul and it needs not to happen anymore. Okay. But this person will be left in the energy of the Nine of Swords because your energy is missed. And as I said, people are mad at this person for even trying to humiliate you. Whether it was a joke, whether it was I'm just playing, doesn't matter what it was they said to you. They call themselves trying to humiliate you. It caused you to pull back your energy. Spirit is saying it was disrespectful, especially if they were talking about your children or your relationship, something about someone saying something about your relationship with your spouse, whatever it was about and concerning, it was wrong. This person will have to pay for this. That's why judgment is being called. And many of these people are turning their backs on this person. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.